Remember how things were before the battles? Just you and me.
There's always a question in art, of course, when you do films about war, how much you need to show, what you should show. I think everybody that knows this war, lived through this war, knows that what you see on film is a small piece of how horrible it actually was. There is no film that could create the true horrors of war. But we do have a responsibility to show that it is truly horrible. And it should be hard to watch, it should linger, because that's how bad it is, and that's the reality of what we see. And if people, you know, I actually am somebody, when I see a war film, if it's too easy to watch, I don't feel comfortable. I feel it's very important to show people the horrors of war. And we didn't, I think if you look closely, I did try. There are many things where people are taken around the corner and you don't see, or there are many scenes, there's rape scenes where it's only boots and a glass moving. So at every opportunity, I certainly, you know, I didn't show everything I could.
I would say it's about a love that would have been beautiful and could have been beautiful, but it didn't happen because the war did change everything. And being in the war, I know that it changes not only the surroundings, not only your life, but it changes people. And that's the story that we wanted to tell.
I wanted to tell this story because I felt, because I was 17 when this war started, and like most people around the world, certainly most people in America, we know very little about this war. And I felt a human responsibility to educate myself on a war that happened in my generation. And so I wrote this, never imagining I would make a film, but I wrote this because I wanted to learn about what had happened, and the more I read and the more I was educated, the more moved I was by the situation and wanted to express it to the world. All of us wanted to tell this story, and we really came from a really good place. You know, we wanted to tell it for the right reasons. We didn't want to tell it to point fingers, maybe at the international community, but other than that, nobody else. You know, we wanted to learn and explore from each other. I didn't want to make it black and white and good guys and bad guys. It was really an intention to let's try to learn from each other and learn about what happens to society, to human beings, and how they're changed over years of war. I haven't acted for 2 years, and I haven't done anything since this, and the next thing I'm looking at is a Disney movie, because I feel it's maybe the best thing to find that balance and do something that is just for children, because it is hard to find something that it has been so wonderful to be a part of a project that really does matter so much to me, and it's the first thing I've ever written. It's the purest, of all the films I've ever made, it's the one that means the most to me and is the most true to what I believe and closest to my heart. So it will be very, very hard to do something else.
People are not often what they seem to be.
Then I have nothing to fear.